What if I told you that the biggest battle of your life isn't against the world? It's against your own mind. Every morning when the alarm goes off and you hit snooze, saying just 5 more minutes, you lose a small battle every time you put off your goals, every time you choose comfort over growth, every time you know what needs to be done but don't do it. You move one step farther away from the life you want. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they lack control. Control over their thoughts, control over their emotions, control over their actions. And that's where mental discipline comes in. Here's the truth. Motivation is unreliable. Some days you wake up feeling unstoppable. You watch an inspiring video, write down your goals, and promise yourself that this time everything will change. But a few days later, the excitement fades, the motivation disappears, and you're right back where you started. Why? Because motivation is an emotion, and emotions change like the weather. Discipline is different. Discipline is a system. It's doing what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. Imagine your mind as a battlefield. On one side stand your dreams, success, freedom, health, confidence, and financial security. On the other side stand your enemies, comfort, distraction, fear, procrastination, and instant gratification. Every single day, a war is taking place. When you choose social media over meaningful work, you lose a battle. When you avoid difficult tasks, you lose another battle. When you make excuses instead of taking action, you lose again. The scary part? These losses seem small, but over time, they become your identity. Eventually, you start telling yourself, maybe I'm just not a disciplined person. But that's a lie. Discipline is not something you're born with. It's a skill. And like every skill, it can be trained. The reason discipline feels difficult is because your brain is designed for survival, not success. Your brain wants comfort. It wants safety. It wants to conserve energy. That's why whenever you try to do something challenging, a voice appeals. Start tomorrow. You're too tired. Wait until you're more motivated. But that voice isn't you. It's simply your brain following an old survival program. The good news? You can reprogram it. Every time you choose growth over comfort, every time you act despite fear, every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen a new mental pathway. Little by little, discipline becomes easier. And then something amazing happens. The things that once felt impossible become normal. But there's another secret most people never learn. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are the observer of those thoughts and emotions. Think about the sky. Clouds come and go. Storms appear and disappear. But the sky remains. Your thoughts are like clouds. Your only job is to watch them. Fear comes. Doubt comes. Stress comes. But they are temporary. The problem is that most people treat every thought as truth. They believe every fear. They obey every emotion. And because of that, their emotions control their lives. The moment you learn to pause, everything changes. The next time you're angry, don't react immediately. The next time you're afraid, don't run away. Take a breath. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Is this emotion helping me or controlling me? That small pause can save years of regret. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest traps that destroys discipline: perfectionism. People say, if I can't work out for an hour, I won't work out at all. If I can't study for 2 hours, there's no point starting. If I can't do it perfectly, why bother? And that's exactly why they never make progress. Success isn't built through perfection. Success is built through repetition. 10 minutes every day beats 5 hours once a month. A small step repeated consistently is more powerful than a giant step taken occasionally. Because greatness isn't created in one dramatic moment. One choice at a time. One habit at a time. One day at a time. And perhaps the most important lesson of all is this: you become what you believe you are. If you constantly tell yourself, "I'm lazy, I have no discipline, I never follow through," your brain will search for evidence to prove you right. But if you start saying, "I keep my promises, I take action, I am becoming stronger every day," your identity begins to change. And when your identity changes, your actions follow. So ask yourself one final question. 1 year from today, where will you be if you keep making excuses? Probably in the same place, facing the same problems, feeling the same frustration. Now, imagine where you could be if you improved by just 1% every day. The difference would be life-changing. Because the truth is, your biggest obstacle isn't your circumstances. It isn't other people. It isn't bad luck. It's the battle happening inside your own mind. And the day you learn to win that battle, everything changes. Because the person who conquers their own mind becomes unstoppable.